I'll do whatever I want.
In progress.
If it's a dog, they put it inside a.
If you're drugging my food, I'll fuck you up. And I can't do it physically, so I'll just get you your grades. That seems fair, right? You go after me, I go after you.
Some marijuana inside it.
All right, let's get back. Let's get to work. Carlos, are you paying attention? I'm going to show you where I'm grabbing my starter code.
Wait, you're starting to feel lazy.
So, right below module 7, hash tables, scroll there, you'll see lecture notes, spring 2025. The bottom two, the one is the video you were supposed to watch this last week. Sorry, I had a whole bunch of shit come up and needed to take care of it. And then we're going to do hash tabs with object starter code.
I went over it, so I think everybody
Yeah.
today is prepared
Hopefully.
because Juan's the goat.
Okay.
Hey,
He can be the goat.
Mr. John, you're also a goat.
No, I'm not a goat.
There we go.
Goats piss on their beards. It's disgusting.
Wait, what?
Wait, that's right. It uses.
Oh, I already have it over here. I don't need to copy and paste it.
Do they actually do that?
Yes, they do. My family owned goats.
I meant
We got an
like,
acre of land and the fucking male pisses on its beard to attract the female. That's fucking delightful.
Wait, what?
Grandma or something like that.
The lady goats really like a male with urine smelling beard. Disgusting.
That what the poop?
All right. So we have a person class here that's got no and the compare operators from before. If you watch the video, I copied the code from that. And so it's just got everything we had in that code. So hash tables are like fancy maps, but with indices. Let's go through and make our goal today. Let's make a hash table for people. What? Food? No, I have a class already we already got a class going. And this allows me to make a 2D array. So maybe I'll include lists. Let's include lists. Let's use some shit that we've learned this semester.
Are you gonna put some maps?
No,
Maps are probably the best thing we learned so far.
I think hash tables are better.
Oh,
Hash tables are maps, but
Hash tables are
They're more
useful, but I
interesting.
just feel like that makes it better overall.
you could put a map in a hash table. That way you just narrow down your map to like what your letter you're starting with.
You can place a list inside a map and a map inside a hash table.
Oh yeah, we could fucking chain that shit.
I would love to see how that would happen.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
Of putting a map inside the hash table?
Just the same way we're going to do the list thing right now, you would do a map instead.
I mean, like it's not gonna be pushed back.
Let's do list person pointers. What should we call? Oh, I liked what Juan was calling it. He said hash table. He just called it hash table. And I'm like, that's so generic, but I like it. It tells us exactly what we're doing.
Or you can see 2D.
We're doing 2D.
One will show it.
So what?
One will show 2D.
Of course he didn't. He's not the teacher. I am. He just showed you the basic shit that was in the video.
Oh.
We're upgrade. Can everyone hear me on Zoom right now? I know there's a couple of you over there.
I can.
All right, that's all I need. One of you can hear me. That means it's all of you should be able to hear me. So it's 26 and 26 because we have first and last name. So maybe let's do last name for the rows and first name for columns. Maybe I can bring up a little. Oh, I'm gonna be able to write right here. What color I got going on? I got pink. Pink will work. So what we're doing is a 2D array does shit like this. Oh, that didn't go well.
So
Undo, undo. There we go. So like what we're gonna do is we're gonna use initials to figure out where each thing goes. So we'll do last names along the top and first names along the rows. So this will be like A goes here and that's slot 0. B goes here, slot 1. This would be for the last name like Batson. And we'll do A and B and the letters going down the sides. Billy Batson would be going into here.
Shazam reference.
That is a Shazam reference. And Cheryl Brown.
I know the names, I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't know if Cheryl Brown is a person or not. I just picked a name that started with C and the last name started with B.
I was thinking Charlie Brown.
So it's making like this is called a matrix. If you've taken linear algebra, you've done this without letters, you've done it with numbers, but it's the same concept. So that's what we're basically doing here. It looks like a multiplication table, but it's not multiplication. It's not adding, it's just the top, going along the top is last names, the first initial of the last name. Going down the bottom, the side is first names, the initial of the first name. We have a program or a function here called first char that pulls out the first character. So like, let's see. Person pointer. Me equals new person. What is the format for persons? I don't remember. Let's come up here and look. It is first name, last name, gender, and I'm a male, and age. Jones. I'm 1 and buck 50 now. This month. Let's do
This month was your birthday, Mr. John?
Yep,
How was your birthday?
it was all right. Let's focus on this and you can ask me about that later. Who wants to be my new person?
Me.
How old are you, Josue?
Good explain. I was 1 year short.
You didn't think I was gonna let you just fly in there with nothing, right? All right, so what we need to do is I'm gonna make 2 keys for now. I'll call it key 1 and key 2. Or let's call it key F and key L, or that way we know which one's key last name and key first name. So I'm gonna say key L equals first char. Let's go look at first char in case you didn't watch the video. Oh. First char. Me dot get first name. Nope, get last name. I'll wait before I scroll down. Got some shit that's angry. What is it angry about? Oh, I've already got a meet. Let's comment out all this shit. And we'll comment out all that too. And we don't need that shit. Just about comment it all out.
Can you put in-
So it's gonna make a number. This is like the hash tables use numbers rather than words, or it's always numbers. That way we can do indices. for an array or a vector or a list. Array or a vector, well, not list. First char, what first char is doing? Comment out that for now. Sure, we might actually come back for that later. Oh, more shit to comment out.
Can we just comment everything except for what we were working on?
Yeah, because I'm gonna grab and copy and paste some of it later, but I want to make sure my code runs as I'm going along. So first char, it takes in an argument, takes in a string argument, and that's why we're just passing it the last name. It makes it lowercase, and then it returns the integer value of it. So it's basically giving an index slot to where to put stuff. 0 will be A, B will be 1, and Z is going to be 25. So we'll do key last name is that, and then key first name, or key F will be the same thing, first char. And we're going to pass in me and do get F name.
What's first chart do?
I'm going to just reach over it. I can't threaten him, can I? That would be wrong.
What did I do?
I literally, like the 20 seconds before that, I went over what first char did. I will do it again.
I was writing. Just find them already.
First char takes in a word, makes sure the first character is lowercase, strips off the first character and returns it as an integer value. And it deducts A so that we can do 0 to 25. So it's returns 0, that's an A, through 25, which is a Z. Okay. So that's what we're going to have there. Our first one here, we're going to do last name and then first name. So we can do pushback. We want to push it back to key L and then key F. And then we're going to push back me. I think we need another one. Juan doesn't get enough love. So the goat. Oh, wait, even better. Mr. You weren't in here. That's all Carlos was calling him. I already know one. 22. No, you're just a baby. Just a fucking baby.
People are saying that I'm like 50. I'm like 50. Like you're like 30.
All right, we got 3 people. And we can do this again. In fact, there's a way to speed this. And now that we see what's going into the hash table, we can speed this up what we're pushing back. Instead of saying key L, I'm going to do first char. And then we're going to pass in u dot get L name. And then I need to end parentheses there. And then pass in first char. You get F name. And we're going to push back. Why doesn't it like it? I have too many. That ends that. That ends that. That ends that. There we go. It was just being moody. And now we'll make sure that works. I'm gonna reopen up this print array we had earlier. Oh wait, that's for the integers. Let's see, down near 96 lines 96, we had a print array. And we were using names. We're not doing names anymore. And we got last names in here. So maybe we need to upgrade this. Let's do a for int I equals 0 and then do for int j. You know what? Let's make these letters better, more meaningful. They don't have to be an I. I'm gonna go ln for last name. That way we know what it's looking at. And we're gonna go int fn equals 0. Fn less than 26. Fn plus plus.
Which side?
What?
You cannot like pick up you cannot say the side.
It's an array. It's not a vector. Arrays don't have a size function.
Constantly defined because of the text that you don't fix that.
I didn't do that. Oh, this is called hash table. So if hash table, let's change this to say hash table. Hash table was capitalized, the T. We're gonna say bracket ln bracket fn. This is staying. Let's check that box. Is this list empty? Because this is a 2x2 grid, but each grid has a list in it. Okay? Each grid has a list in it. I have one too many parentheses there. It should be hash table fn ln fn. Do I want to do that? No, this is a pointer, or we're doing a person pointer. And it was a list, so we need to make an iterator. Anyone remember how to make an iterator? Besides you? I know, that was my bad. We're on a person iterator, and then we're gonna go for int j equals, we'll say hash table. Why don't I just fucking be smart about it and copy paste it?
What? What's the other one?
Dot begin. What?
Oh.
And this will be hash table end. Whoop. There's no, there's a bird on its back. That's what you're talking about.
Use Microsoft Bing. Oof.
What?
Microsoft.
No, it just keeps fucking popping up and I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Bing is crazy.
Fuck Bing. We're gonna do that and it's a display function. Oh wait, we need to dereference this. Oh, I need to do iterator, not J. And I didn't need that there. We're iterating through an iterator. That's why we came up with an iterator. What?
You could also do ICR. The area operator right on the next one.
I can do what? Name starting with. Oh, let's say starting with initial or names with initials. And then we'll do this again and do one for last name. Iterator does not equal. God, that's a long line of code. What were you?
No, it's not. That's fine.
Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's take a run at it. I think, so this should go through the last names and then through the first names and then print out information on the people in that column. All right, it worked for those two. Let's add some more people. And get rid of this vector string shit. Maybe we'll leave that in and I don't know, have a person. Nope. Fuck it. Leave it in for now. What one?
Oh. I don't know. I want to get like a warning. Did we go over the hash table or the hash function?
The hash function is first char.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. It's one that we used in the video that I would have ended up doing had I been here. We don't need this array one. Let's get rid of the array shit. Fuck the arrays. Or the vector array. Not the vector array, the integer array. All right. So we're gonna do the same thing. We made one for Juan. We'll push back the goat. Change this to goat. 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 Okay. Let's do another person. Who else do we want to have? Let's see, we got a JO, we got a JA, we got a DJ. I want another one with the same name. That way we can make sure it's going to the right list.
One name, if you want them,
Donald Johnson. All right, let's do it.
I thought you were gonna say Donald Trump for some reason.
Well, that doesn't match up with having the same initials as me. Ooh, Don Juan.
One.
I gotta go with Don Juan.
In order to find
There's all sorts of references to Don Juan.
like.
There's an alcohol, there's a,
It's just something you say to a person who's like a woman.
yeah, exactly.
Based on a novel. It's based on the people who use it in like pop culture.
Oh, he's 18 and he thinks he knows what he's doing, but the ladies don't like him. Wait, we should call him this way.
Yeah, butchered the man.
Let's do another one. Let's make this one female. Oh. Let's make a female. DJ2.
Well, so we had no chance against you.
Another person, Deanna. Let's use the same last name. Make sure it does shit right. That'll work. Let's make her 25. All right, we got a few new people. We'll push back a few new people into our hash table. I want to change goat to DJ. I should have only done one and then just copied it when I was done. Do DJ, and then we're going to do DJ2. Okay. Or whatever names you wanted to use. You don't have to use what I'm using. Now notice, Josue Asshat and Juan Ordaz are both going under AJ. Ordaz. Ordaz, Ordaz, Ordazian. Goat. How do you pronounce your last name?
Oh, that's true. Last name?
I know how to spell it. How do you pronounce it?
or does.
Sorry, it's because they're asking me if I went to scholarship.
So something's not right. It's not going,
I was thinking.
it's not using the correct letters.
But that,
No, I mean the Ole.
the what thing?
Last name, Ole.
Asa
Ole.
or that?
Yeah. I thought it was in.
I don't know, it's just last thing.
What is going on here?
Or yeah,
Why is it,
asking. If they want me to, it's a scholarship letter, it's over there.
like, let's see what it's doing. Like names with initials AD is showing up here, but it's not, something's wrong with my initial thing.
Mhm.
And something's wrong with the key. It's not putting it where it's supposed to be.
That's what happened.
Yeah. So did I, maybe I put something in here, up or here wrong for this too? I got get L name and then get F name and
Can you do pushback somehow?
it's not. Names with initials AD, these aren't AD. It's not putting them in the right column, so it's pushing back, it's doing something weird.
Well, where did the friends be, these organizing and aids?
So that's coming from here. Now, it might be this thing right here. But either way, like the DJs go together, but that should have been with David Jones as well. This one's in the right spot, but the other ones are not. What's the display function look like?
Oh,
Wait, did you see something I didn't? Like the only one that's in the right spot,
Yeah, for me, all of them are counted as DJ.
it must be your hash function, because it's showing you.
so let's see.
How many people in Zoom?
This is the only one that was correct. Does it matter?
What?
Does it matter how many's in Zoom? A few. TL is first char, and then we put past.
Yes, it's time to bring the worst out of people.
Let's make sure this is doing the right thing. Let me space it out.
That is a daily life, right?
What?
That looks right. Those are right.
Todo un día es un día de día.
You can check to see if. It's questionable. Yeah.
Check what?
Like you can see out, so see if it's anything to. Is it still?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Because it's, another is on 155, you have 2 brackets. One for the, yeah. Yeah, because me was the only one that actually got pushed back. You know, everything else was stuff.
What's off here? Do I have too many now? First char.
I did it.
Oh, it's not a vector. It's a.
What would they do last time?
I don't know what it fucking did. It wasn't doing what I wanted. Let's try this.
How did it not break?
That's a great question.
Like it's clearly some sort of feature that it brings down.
Here we go.
What happened to the children?
So get this. I don't know if you all been following the FNL Discord. Fucking Redden's been going off on a fucking. I swear.
He's been like posting so many pictures of AI generated stuff.
No, but he's like, so he got his head so far up AI's ass. And then like yesterday morning at like 8:30 in the morning, we got in this discussion on Friday night. And like, hey, quit over fucking preaching AI. It's good. It's a tool. Teach a tool. Friday, like Sunday morning, he posts on Discord some shit about finals are coming up. Write your essays now. Do a prototype draft using AI and then use it to do revisions. Then put in your own personalization to make it your own essay. And I'm like, oh my God, you are like fucking telling them how to cheat. And I said, well, okay, don't do this. This is academic dishonesty. If you get caught, you're going to get in trouble. Don't do this in my class, but you have written permission from him to do it in all of his classes. So feel free to do it in his computer science classes. And he's like, I did not say that. I'm like, I quoted line for line. Like, oh, fuck it. We got some time. I'm going to go bring it up real quick. Because this is good shit.
Stay in touch with. Okay.
He said, just in time for finals. OpenAI opened deep research in the free version of ChatGPT. So Mr. Jones doesn't jump down my throat, which he will anyway. Use it as an assist and verify anything. Use it to rapidly prototype your first draft and then go through it 2 or 3 more times, revising more, moving topics to make your point better. You can run your paper through another model and ask for an evaluation. Maybe use several AIs to evaluate and ask for improvement. Be sure to tone down the big words and fancy punctuation. Try to incorporate your own voice. And sprinkle in anecdotes to customize it to you. At the end, you should have a nice paper and then pass it through some sort of AI detector to make sure it's kosher. Is that not guidelines on how to cheat on everything in your classes that require submission?
I mean, if you're not gonna be a like
Wait,
race
he's not
paper or
that way,
something, that's fine.
And he just took a picture of how to do it. Like, so you don't like miss where to fucking find it. So I went off. You basically described cheating, and I'm like, be proud of your work here. I'm gonna just say it. AI is a tool. It's a great tool, but it's only a tool. It's one of many tools. You would not use a hammer to try to put a screw into something. You wouldn't use a chainsaw to try to fucking nail something together.
Like some work, if you get a job, like some jobs don't allow you to say anything else there,
No.
so you don't have an access to AI.
And there is a growing number of jobs in the field called prompt engineering. You don't need a college degree for this. In fact, prompt engineering is what, 1 or 2 years old? ChatGPT isn't that old. There's no degrees out there. People are getting jobs, well-paying jobs, like it's averages 60,000 or so, being good at prompt engineering. It's like you got to be like basically good at Google searches, but better because AI fucking sucks. I know it's here's what happened yesterday. This is when I entirely went off on this tangent. For Calc 3 today, I knew I was going to start doing Green's theorem, and I'm like, give me 10 questions on Green's theorem. I didn't want to use the ones from the textbook, and I didn't want to. Every time I try to make one up, it fucking ends up being horrible to do. And I said, give me the solutions, and I had like 8 or 9 of them. Do I still have it up? I still have it up. Green's theorem. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go up to the top. I ask it for 10 questions. It gives me 10 questions. And I say, all right, walk through them. And like, I'm going to skim down to where it gives a summary of the 10 questions. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 5 of them are zeros out of 10. The answer is 0. The ones with the 0 answer have the trivial work. You can bypass most of it. I'm like, all right. So maybe you could give me 10 more where the answer isn't 0. And it gives me 10. And I say, all right, make sure, go step by step for each of them. Show me the answers. Problem 1 goes through it. Final answer 0. Surprise, this one was actually 0, but don't worry, the next ones are juicy. I'm like, so I laughed at that. I laughed at that point. All right, AI's fucking with me. Let me scroll to the fucking synopsis of these 10 problems.
That was your.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the fucking 10 were zeros. I told it to give me 10 problems, but the answer wasn't zero. It could pull shit from textbooks. It could pull shit from anywhere. What the fuck? God damn, that's the best fucking laugh ever.
Very different model.
No, the point was, like, I had enough problems there. I knew if I give it 10, I'll get 2 or 3 that I don't have it forever to lecture on. I only needed a couple. But I wanted to pick and choose. All right.
The regular possible.
Oh yeah. So, back to Discord. So I'm like, be proud of it. If you can't show this to your mom or your grandma and say, I did this, you probably shouldn't do it. If you're religious, can you show this to your God and say, this is my work? Maybe not my best work, but can you say this is my work? If you probably can't, you probably shouldn't do it. And like I said, take his classes. You have permission from him to cheat, basically. He has it in Discord. And I said, if you don't know what your professor thinks, ask them first. I don't think the physics and engineering teachers are going to be okay with you doing blob reports by AI, but they might. So ask them. You never know. Ask them. And then if you feel uncomfortable asking your professor, you already know the fucking answer. You know what I mean? If you don't feel comfortable asking the teacher if it's okay to use AI, you deep down inside know you shouldn't be using AI on this.
Yeah.
So just be proud of your work, whether it's your best work or not. He did respond. He said the academic senate advocates training on use, understand, and evaluate. Specifics are lacking, and he said it's very much incorrect to say that I advocate straight copying of AI output. I do not. Well, no, I didn't say straight copying, but you did say have it write the first draft. Up above, I said make sure the first draft's your own. If you're going to use AI to revise, use it to revise, but it should be your voice first.
Some people were getting angry because like the AI generated like images. They were saying like it's still in jail for pardons and all that.
Honestly, like, it's still not as good, like, the.
AI sucks. It does some stuff well, it does some stuff
I
bad.
mean, those were fast.
They do run fast, they are unique, but it isn't technically like what people want. Sometimes they will just create things and that you don't want to, like.
So you can read more about it on
I
FNL.
mean,
I said if you want a job as I told them that there though, if you want a job as a prompt engineer, you don't need a college. It's a new field. I told him I'm not going to teach computer science anymore if he's going to keep telling students to do this, because I'm not going to sign off on. I don't want to get CSCI 1 students and CSCI 2 that got here by AI and then don't know what to do. You know what I mean? And I don't want to sign off and say, because this isn't a prompt engineering. If you're going for a computer science degree, it's not a prompt engineering degree. They're expecting you to know how to do fucking programming when you leave. Like if you have a degree in programming, it's assuming you know how to do programming and not just ask AI to do it for you. So like the degree is supposed to mean something.
I mean, I have heard people, they only use AI. They just check the code and make it better, but most of the time they do that.
And sometimes we catch it, sometimes we don't.
No, but I mean.
But at the end of the day, if that's what you do, guess what interviews are like for jobs like these? Unless the job is like primarily you're a prompt engineer, they're going to ask you to code this shit by hand in front of them without a computer, just right up on the fucking whiteboard. How would you do this snippet of code? You don't have AI, you ain't doing shit. You ain't not getting a job in programming unless it's a prompt engineer job. And you went through 4 years of college for no reason.
But I mean, some jobs, as I told you, some jobs don't allow you to use AI.
Right.
You're getting in trouble. I mean.
But a lot of them don't.
I mean, it's like.
It's bad. He's giving bad advice.
It's like getting into, if you get into a job, sometimes they don't allow you to take that information out of the facility.
True.
Because that's illegal. You can share it.
Oh yeah, it's
You can sell it.
confidentiality. You're sharing what they have.
If
You
don't have
could.
AI, why are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
Wait, can I see
We
these
have to
first
go-
or we have to-
We're looking at the code. What are you talking about? All right, let's add some more DJ names.
First one. Oh, because you don't have, I don't have. Wait, really? like having a comma in between.
Yeah, because it's bracket. It's a 2D array, and I was trying to not I wasn't passing it the right way. You get so used to doing vectors and other shit in mathematics that this stuff doesn't work right there. Give me a name.
Chris
Joe.
Pratt.
Oh, Chris P. Baker.
P. Bacon.
Yeah, P initial. Like middle name initial. Baker. Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's fine.
The next one should be.
That is not a DJ, but oh well, fuck it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It doesn't matter. Next one, we're
Chris
trying to work with the make sure that we have the printout looks good.
Can we make it Chris Evans now?
No, that's not, again, not a name with D. You're not catching on that we want initials of DJ. Dork. Dork Johnson.
Method.
Oh, the next one you should make it donkey. Instead of Kong, you should put, you just change it to John.
Dolores.
Dolores. Jesus Christ. How fucking old are you?
What?
Dolores?
Dolores. Oh,
Yeah, how do you know the Spanish name?
Jackson. Yeah.
Wait, that's an American DJ or that's good.
Well, below. All right, well, I think it's.
The only Dolores I know is Dolores Umbridge. And that fucking the Dolores on Harry Potter?
What?
And her name Dolores? All right. So I'm gonna copy this one a few more times and we'll push back DJ 345.
I was gonna say you should make it Dr. Redding, but instead of putting Redding, change it, you put like a J for the Redding.
We can push back red. Is want to push back a red?
Yeah.
I should take a screenshot of this.
We're going with Johnny.
If you name him, if you name him.
Johnny.
He old AF. I know he's older than me. Let's go 55.
I thought you were just gonna put 500.
All right. Now we gotta change this to. I think I spelled sycophant right. It starts with S, right?
The first time I ever did that, I thought I was able.
It starts with P. It starts with P. It's like that.
Not psychopath.
In my, okay.
Oh,
Person.
or psychopath?
Oh, like an attention.
He fucking worships AI. He flatters AI, boasts it up. I think he's trying to get hired by an AI company personally. I don't know what he's doing because his fucking.
You're calling him a picnic.
He's trying to get a degree in the field, yeah, but I'm not sure what he wants to do with it. I don't know if it's a backup job, like when he's tired of teaching. I don't know if he is tired. He might be tired of teaching. That's what he threatened. He threatened to fucking like, I'm leaving soon and I'm leaving the program to you. I'm like, if I stop teaching Seaside before you do, because I'm thinking about it, because you're fucking doing other shit. Then after that, I talked to Mr. Allen, and he said how he does his computer science classes. Because he teaches what, 5 or 6? I don't know which one he teaches, but like all of his tests are on paper. And I'm like, I guess I could do that. I don't really want to, but I could. They can do you can do all your practice on programming on home, but then like in class will be written fucking in class. And fuck your AI. Like and then I could be like, okay, I could feel confident that they didn't cheat in class.
You mean like the project or the rating portion?
The entire fucking thing. I don't know that he has projects in his class.
Jesus Christ, you mean like the actual like how?
Yeah, but you don't give a full program to write in class because odds of you fucking writing a program that's accurate the whole fucking way is
Oh,
bad.
What?
But I could be like, show me how to use a list iterator on this list. Show
Okay.
me how to, you know,
Okay, that makes sense. I thought like an actual whole project which you did it in paper like this. I'm like, that's gonna be annoying
yeah,
because you cannot.
it's not feasible.
Yeah, because like the local window debugger is really useful. You can just see like, oh, I did a simple.
Did you say
mistake.
debugger?
Did I say debugger? I mean debugger.
I thought the window debugger. In fact, it does a really good job of getting rid of your bugs. All right, so we got, let's see, make sure everything's working. Hostway asshats in JA, that's good. We've got all the DJs in DJ. We've got JO, yeah, Padawans in there. We got P Bacon in there. Johnny Redden. I changed it to say Johnny. That way, if any of you go, hey, he's talking shit about you in class. No, his name's John Redden. I'm talking about Johnny Redden. Those are two different people. You're not an AI sycophant, Mr. Redden. Sycophant?
Wait,
Sycophant. I think that's how you say it.
The video can't lie.
I don't speak for you.
It says Johnny the whole way. The video can.
No, video.
Are you? I don't have to post the video if you're threatening me with my own video. It's as easy as that.
Hey, Mr. John, you know who Johnny Blaze is, right?
Yeah, the fucking Cartoon Network guy. No, maybe not. You're looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Ghostwriter?
That's Ghost Rider's Johnny Blaze. No, I didn't know that name.
Yeah, it's two different characters. And Johnny Blaze is the best one.
So these aren't in order, so maybe we should sort them, put them in order. This is lame.
Disney did him dirty by cutting the budget of Deadpool, making him not be to appear.
All right, so after we get to the right box, how do we do this? It was hash table. We're doing ln bracket fn, and we want to sort. And we got some compare functions. Maybe we want to do by last name first. Compare peeps. Let's go down, make sure compare peeps is doing last name. Compare peeps is here. Oh, we're passing it pointers. We got to modify this.
Oh, sorry.
And if last name is less than. I think we already did that part. But this has got to change to the arrow. So I got to go through and change all these to an arrow to make it to a pointer one. And I also got to go back up to the top and change the prototype up there. God damn, this is fucking taking a while. How many fucking dots do I have in here? Oh, this is where, bitch, what? I fucking. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I'm fucking really pleased with myself for coming up with that one. I don't know about you. All right. Why does this say? Oh, that was shit we did before. I pulled that from the binary search. All right, so I modified that. I gotta go up and modify the prototype, and this was called compare peeps. Compare peeps. I think that's wrong, but I'm gonna come up here and adjust these to take in pointers. Oh, it's fine now. Is that all we did for sort? We just put in, pass in the comparator? I think that's it. Going off my memory and I'm getting old AF. There we go.
Would it be better if we put it within the graphic? It's good, so that it doesn't-
You can separate the comments. or something.
I like that. I like that advice. Let's put this inside the if function. That way it's not wasting time trying to sort an empty array. I mean, it wouldn't take any time. There's nothing past to it, but can't hurt. And this required us to use iterators and do a bunch of shit, but I know Juan's been waiting for me to do this with you. So instead of using an iterator, I'm going to comment this out.
Let's go. Let's go.
Cheating.
He's in a fly. Let's go. Now Mr. Jones has to explain how it works.
Oh, this is great. Auto, like, especially with the-
The reason why I'm doing now is we've covered all the normal uses for a for loop or while loop. We've done integers, we've done vectors doing begin to end. We've done iterators begin to end. I've shown you how to do all the standards ways of doing it. Now that you've done them, and I tested you on the iterators on the last test that people are just now finishing up getting their comments in on.
I thought the comments were due last week.
They were due on Sunday, but it's still available. It's still open, and a couple people had some time delays that I said, go right ahead.
So for now and on, we are allowed to use auto.
There's gonna be a caveat, but you gotta just wait for it.
Let me guess, you have to come here during one of the SI hours?
Why don't you just wait for it?
We can't.
We're gonna do peep display.
We can whisper.
Look at that. I don't have to dereference shit. I don't have to tell her what to do. I don't even need the fucking iterator up here anymore.
But why does it work?
So
I want to actually know what people like.
auto identifies your data type for you,
So automatically knows it's integer.
or in this case, a person pointer. Auto identifies your data type for you and does the appropriate shit.
Like it don't make things so important. It's easy like, oh, you want it to get to the end.
But no, it's just gonna go through and it goes through them from start to beginning, start to end,
Okay, that's.
and identifies the end on its own.
Well, is there ways that it will not work, or is it always gonna work?
This is where I've been
Carlos,
trained.
calm down. Hold on a second. What's up, Evan?
I was saying, so we don't have to tell where to start or end.
Right.
No.
It's
Wait,
just there's something, a data type in hash table LNFN. Figure out what it is for me. Iterate through all of them and do whatever's in the brackets. It does the steps for you. It does everything for you.
Like, if you want, if you're using like integers, like, you're gonna do like.
If it does integers, it walks through the integers in order, whatever the order is that you have in there. If you're doing strings, it goes through the strings. If you're passing a vector, it goes through the vector. Here we have a list of person pointers, and it's going through the list person pointer without an iterator. I didn't have to pass an iterator. It just figures out everything for you. It will, this is how you code in real life, but you kind of need to know how everything works before then. If you don't really know how a for loop works without auto, you really don't know fucking programming. So now that we've covered it, the caveat is if you use this on the final, you need a comment for what it's replacing normally. Nope, nope, it's easy as this. In this case, it's saving me from making an iterator.
We don't need to say. Explain like, am I using the order there and not correct?
Yeah, I don't need. Goes through the people one at a time. In that list.
We can do an auto, we can say, start 0, go to 10,000 and just get up to.
Auto will not do, it does every single one in a row. If you want to skip steps, you definitely want to do something different.
Normal,
A normal for loop.
no, that's what I meant.
You would do J plus or I plus plus or I plus 2.
Oh, can you try that way, first, yes, plus, maybe? Or that one? Maybe,
Well, let's just show this works first. Bam. I didn't need the iterator. I took the iterator out.
So essentially, so what are the accommodations we have to use it for?
You don't have to ever use auto. If you do use auto, you have to tell me what it's doing. You have to show that you understand what it's doing.
Like if-
We
like
could have made, look at what we could have done up here. I could have made a vector of all these people.
Okay, so it's just better just to do it without auto. Well, what do you mean?
Make
These
that
people?
like,
You use it all the time.
What's cool is that if we use inheritance or whatever, it doesn't care, like it still uses, it'll still.
We're gonna pass me, you, goat. We're gonna pass DJ, DJ2, DJ3, DJ4, DJ5. I've got a vector of the people. And now I am going to take this. Well, let's do for auto. W peep. In W peeps. Oh, we peeps, sorry. We are going to put this here, right here. And we're going to just say, instead of you, it's going to say W peep. And now pushing everything back just got a whole lot easier. I'm going to comment out all that shit. I need to pass back the AI sycophant as well. Let's put the AI sycophant in here also.
No, it will now just push back all of this.
So we made a vector of the people, which is quick to write. And then rather than having to do this hash table and do it, I don't have to come up with the iterator or anything, just boom, auto-populate. Auto-populate the table, then do the list. So auto is a really handy tool, but you kind of really need to know what it's doing. Otherwise, you're not really a programmer. Because you can't check anything. Like not everybody uses auto. And if you're working with another team, you need to be able to read code.
Results, that's fine.
Wasn't that neat? So this replaces the next 10 lines.
Look how smart it is now, you know. That's chef's kiss.
I told you he was waiting for auto. He loves fucking auto. Because auto is a good tool, but like until you know how to use iterators and normal like doing steps incrementally, this doesn't help.
Now the only question is, what is so important to know how the basics? You're gonna move into work.
You should have already known how to do the basics now that you moved to auto. It's like if you want to be a programmer and you're working with others, not everyone's going to use auto. And if you're trying to read their code and you don't know how to fucking read a for loop, it's going to quickly be spotted that you don't know what's going on. You're going to lose your fucking job for being incompetent. That's why I don't teach auto till the very end. Like literally the last 2 weeks of CSCI 2. I hope Redden didn't introduce it in CSCI 1.
I learned it.
Yeah. I learned about it from fucking students using AI to fucking come up with their code and go, what's this bullshit?
That's it, AI.
There's so much programming's always adapting and adding new shit in it. Like, if you don't know, like, there's no way to know everything in programming. Like, there's no way to know everything in any fucking field. Even for a particular language.
I find it interesting how this class is to be filled,
It's your BSI.
and then look at how.
Juan
much-
doesn't know everything.
Like, right, Mr. Jones? Look how many people, how it used to be filled, and now look how many people there are in this.
They'll be here for the test. People always, there's people online watching. Who's still here? We still got 3 people online.
But that's not, it used to
We
be,
should call them out and be like.
We haven't had a full class since like day 3.
yeah.
As soon as it was announced that I'm recording the shit and you can watch previous stuff, I get it. I wouldn't want to come to school for just one class either. I would be watching live at home. Because then I can ask questions.
Yeah, like,
But there are people at home watching live.
I always ask questions, and there's always
Right.
things like you're not going to understand, and you know, like,
Yeah, when I leave here, I know I'm going to see students that are enrolled in this class, fucking in the hallway doing homework for another fucking class. I
Yeah.
try not to be insulted by it because I do know that I do deliberately post the videos to make it so that you can adapt it to your schedule.
there's certain classes like physics teachers. Yeah, which is just an annoyance. I feel like
Physics is an annoyance.
it's just really time consuming compared
Oh,
to like,
yeah, because they're problems. They're real hard problems. Physics is the good shit. Explains real life.
yeah, but
AI can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't.
it kinda-
AI can't explain life like physics can. It can try to put English words to it, but the physics does it just encapsulates the essence of the universe itself.
well, they don't kind of AI at all do physics questions.
Yeah, very basic, I would never say.
I'm sure it can. Like it can do math. It's just not reliable.
ChatGPT 5's coming out.
Yes,
I think,
55.
I think like,
My biggest for the AI thing, if you want to be fucking like you want your name in history, the people, maybe the person that came up with the first AI program will get their name in history, but users don't. You don't get your name in history for doing like fucking having someone else do the work and you slapping your name on it unless you're like Edison.
what?
Edison was a smart businessman that learned how to fucking screw people over. And he got the light bulb for his name and shit like that when he didn't do shit. But for most people, you're not going down in history
So
if you're just prompt engineering.
so Isaac Edison didn't actually make
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison didn't actually make the black bulb, right?
He did make it.
He didn't come up with alternating current. He didn't invent it.
It wasn't even him really. But he provided all the funding, provided the studies, provided everything.
But it was not built on it was built on other people's work.
Yeah.
Which he claimed as his own.
Which is just so stupid. Look at it, like
Tesla, why, it's not just a car. Nikola Tesla was the guy that came up with so much shit in physics and he died poor. Edison stole his shit. All right. So like the way to get famous is either be a fucking total crook.
I think AI just makes it so that any average developer is not a tennis developer. Or you can do 10 times as much.
I kind of wish that
And you still
people.
need to have the developer to fund the tennis developer.
Right.
It's just that's what it's not right.
Like people that are hiring prompt engineers right now, you could hire a prompt engineer. If they don't know programming and you hire them to do prompt engineering for programming, they never know when the code is wrong. And AI is fucking wrong and more often than it's not. As I showed you with the fucking Green's theorem just a little bit ago.
Yeah, so like GPT-5.
You have to really know what you're doing. It's an appropriate tool if you know what you're doing. You can double check its work because it will speed it up. And double checking, skimming it to make sure it's accurate takes a lot less time than actually doing it. I know if you go to FNL, Austin, he uses it in his job to speed up his work, but he knows when it's wrong. He skims it, he knows when it's wrong, he fixes it. He already knew how to do it. Now you got auto under your belt. Notice it's just a simple colon. You don't have to give it numbers, beginnings, ends. You don't have to tell it the plus. It does its own sound. Oh, Juan wanted to check Where do you want me to do the P plus plus? You want me to do it like in here or like in the auto or? If I put it up here, I think it's gonna, like, it's recognizing this as the name. We don't know, but guess what? Programming allows you to fucking figure that shit out with little costs. You try it, you run it, you see what happens. It didn't do shit.
I mean.
Let's do it twice.
I wish that people actually now edit their history, make it a little Tesla instead of, Thomas.
It ignored this.
You understand me, Mr. Jones?
What?
I wish that they edit the history books to actually show who actually made the light bulb.
Enough people know about it. It's known.
Basically, it isn't like claim everything was his because he owned like like everything.
But he wasn't the one like.
He was-
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, he wasn't, but he was basically the person like,
Running it, but
he
it's not.
was the owner of the company and he claimed everything else.
It's like what what's his face does me?
I don't think that-
he doesn't actually go there and engineer everything on himself.
He wasn't a economist.
But he's also hired the people. Edison didn't hire Tesla.
He didn't?
No, he just
I know-
stole
I know-
Tesla's shit.
Just saying,
Tesla,
I don't know.
Tesla was just someone there. He's
Nobody said-
like, oh, good work. And he's copying like, oh, this is my work. You're like just saying like.
Look it up. Look up Google Tesla and Edison and you'll learn about it. I'm not a historian. I just know enough to know that Tesla got screwed in it. All right, let's call that a wrap. You guys learned 2D arrays with hash tables, with objects. You learned your auto function.
Finally, our teachers fast.
You weren't in here when I was explaining what happened.
Hate him already. Just hate him.
Rosen.
I gave him, well, he got hoser. That's it. That's it. Hoser asshat.
Mr. Jones, roast him to the ground.
No, I can't harm
Hate him
you.
already. Run him over. He's gonna see you out one day in the street and he's gonna be done with the pepper. He runs you over.
I'm not gonna run him over. I like Josue. He's an asshat, but he's one of my assets.
He's the.
Thanks, Romeo.
I'll see you guys Wednesday.